ladies and gentlemen. You know who I am, you know what I do, and you know who I do it for, and it's most certain of you. Welcome to another edition of The Checkup, and ooh, sorry, I gotta take this. Oh, it's actually a knock-knock joke, okay. Howie, how we gonna hide this dead body? Who's there? Knock, knock. Howie who? What the? Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Don't mind me. Don't mind me at all. Do one simple thing. I would like to first and foremost ask for your forgiveness. That was not me out there. That was a demon from my past. That's the reason for my momentary lapse in both judgment and character. You all definitely deserve a better host who will not be as easily shaken and disheveled as I was right there previously. And for that, I do humbly apologize and once again ask for your forgiveness. And yeah, I truly am sorry. But not as sorry as Twitter's gonna be, because this is The Diagnosis, where I, your host, Dr. Red Tango, will give you all your information and news post haste. And Twitter, what are you doing? Look, I get it. You guys don't want me to put the glasses back on Twitter. I get it. I'm turning them back into my doctor as we speak. I don't need them anymore, because apparently you don't want me to read. You don't want me to understand what the hell I'm reading. You don't want me to comprehend this shit. What is my timeline? First off, you thought the good idea was to take an algorithm that would not only make things relevant, but remove the fact that things are in chronological order. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if it's not in chronological order, what's the fucking point? Because last I checked, the whole thing about Twitter was it was convenient. It was about being in the now. It was about having conversations in real time and interaction with people with real time responses. Things being in order, being able to socialize. I mean, who the fuck wants to see the end of the conversation, something that was the preface of the conversation 2 weeks ago, and then see the beginning of the actual conversation, then see the middle, but then the end was the first thing you read? That makes no damn sense. Can you have something that sorts it by relevance and chronological order? Did you ever think of that? Is that not a thing that you could do? Because I remember you guys did it once. It was called the While You Were Away section. That's when I got to see the old shit that I might have missed that you guys thought was totally tubular and radical. See, I'm using tubular and radical in 2016. That's what the fuck your timeline is. Because a week on Twitter might as well be making 90s references today. You see how dumb and just not convenient it is for people to utilize and have to deal with? Yeah, really dumb decision. Not quite sure why you made it or why you thought it was a good idea at the time, because it wasn't acceptable in the 80s. It's not acceptable now. Now, continuing on with this algorithm, you see, I've seen algorithms in the past. I've seen how they work on YouTube. I've seen how they've worked on other websites, and I gotta be honest with you, I have yet to be impressed. And the reason why I say that is the following information. You see, on YouTube, if I were to, let's say, watch somebody's Let's Play, and then for some reason I left the autoplay on, and all of a sudden a PewDiePie video comes up, and I only watch 2 seconds of it because I click out, all of a sudden, for the next 30 videos that I watch, YouTube's like, hello, I saw that you clicked on that PewDiePie video one time. Remember that one time we only watched it for 2 seconds? Yeah, you remember. You were there. Yeah, you were there. Anyway, here's a smorgasbord, a whole 30 plethora deep smorgasbord of PewDiePie videos for you to look at. Yeah, here you go. Right here. You want to see him play this game? This game? It's all PewDiePie all the time over here. Because that's what they're going to recommend to me. I didn't want that shit. I didn't ask for that shit. And now you're going to bring that to Twitter? And then you're not even going to have the common courtesy to put it in order? Is absolutely ridiculous to me. But if that's not all, that's not the big problem. The big problem is that this algorithm is going to be developed and maintained and hosted by a safety council. Because not only are they going to tell you what's relevant, they're going to tell you what's safe. Now look, guys, girls, people of the Twitterverse and the YouTube universe out there abroad, Twitter is going to tell me what's safe for me and what is good reading material. Even though they're going to have people like Femme Frequency involved, in which she's been an advocate for people who use a block bot. You know, that bot that also runs on an algorithm that blocks accounts that have nothing to do with anything that they would want to block. You know, that's who they're going to get involved, because Feminist Frequency will be on the panel. And one of my big problems is with the people who are on the panel is a lot of them have no experience in actually being someone who can maintain social atmospheres and social climates. They're just, we're big names and we research things, which is fine and dandy, and I respect that you research, and I respect that you got your doctorates and your degrees, and you're all ready, and you're all pamped up and pimped out and ready to go. I get that. You're pumped up. I get it. I feel you. I like the adrenaline. I like the emotion. I like the fact that you guys are sticking to your guns. Except your gun's shooting me in the head right now, so I can't really respect that for too long. But let's just be real here about your safety algorithm. You sat here and you told us that we need to balance safety speech and free speech. You see, that can't happen. It's either it's safe or it's free. You can't say, we need to have a rated R movie, but it's got to be rated G. You don't, that's not a line you can cross. You don't get to just amend those two things together and call it a day. That's not how it works. That is never going to be how it works. It's either one or the other. And the reason why I say this is, unfortunately, as we've seen on YouTube and on Twitter, that if you know certain people who would be on this council, you're probably going to end up getting special treatment. You're going to be able to circumvent a couple of things. While if you disagree with the main viewpoints that some of these people on this council might share, you are probably going to be subject for early count termination or suspension. And the reason why I say that is we've seen people be the lowest of the low, but they're social justice warriors. They scam people out of money. They treat people like trash. They curse them out, and it's perfectly fine. It's all fair game. But with them, again, we've seen people curse them out, swear at them, but they're the harassers, the abusers, the terrible people, the bullies of the internet. Even if the other person used the exact same tactics first, those with the quote-unquote taboo viewpoint are the ones that are going to be shut down with the quickness. And the reason why this is kind of mind-boggling me is because the main reason why Twitter says they're implementing these strategies is to eliminate terrorists and eliminate things like of the upper echelon of abuse. They're trying to take those down, even though not too long ago they were bragging about being able to take all this stuff down before these were implemented. Little weird. So now that you're going to have Twitter telling you what, not only what's safe, but when you are going to be allowed to look at it, it's a little weird. Now, you can opt out of this new timeline, for sure. You can just say that you don't want anything to do with it, and that's cool. But you can't opt out of what they're going to rule as safe. And, with the millions of users on, Twitter, how the hell are they going to manage this? They're probably going to have to use another algorithm. Because I'll be damned if you're going to tell me that this crew of 40-odd organizations is going to be able to decipher every single tweet from every single human being interacting on Twitter. Especially when most of them have multiple accounts. I don't know who they're trying to hit with this, but it's really just annoying as all sin right now. It's a hot mess. This is not the Twitter that was convenient for me to use. This is a load of shit. This is like saying, hey, you guys remember that cool search engine that you guys like to use for all your accurate information known as Google? Well, yeah, now you're using Search Conduit. Fucking exactly.